back with the last three groups for the World Cup. Predictions and previews that we would like to look at. Look at the matchups, we look at the predicted positions, and then we look at who's going in third place. And later on, I will do a segment for possibilities, who's playing who in the Group 32s, and further into the tournament, the Group 16. But before that, we just have to go deeper into J, K, and L and dissect each matchup, see how we could make some money. Also see how each team's gonna do, how we think they're gonna do, based on recent events, also based on our knowledge of football. My name is Lante. I have quite a deep knowledge of football, man. I've been watching football over 20 years, man. 25 years. I'm talking about where I would say a little bit more knowledge has been put into it. So I'm not just a guy speaking about the World Cup. I'm one of the guys speaking about the World Cup. That's why I'm here. That's why somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. So yeah, we're going in. I'm not gonna waste much time here because we do have the final thoughts. The World Cup starts tomorrow. 9 p.m. is the first game, Mexico versus South Africa. 9 p.m. our time, go Botswana. But the rest of you guys, wherever you are around the world, you find out when it starts. There are performances before, so there's a whole spectacle before. We'll see about that. We just want to play the right game when we go into the games. But yeah, we're doing the preview, man. We're looking at Argentina, Austria, Algeria, all the A's. For some reason, all the A's are here. And then Jordan, the odd one out. So with Argentina, Austria, and Algeria, I'd say we look at Argentina first. We look at how they've played in the last 10 games. They are the favorites to win the group. It's obvious. Everybody thinks they're going to win this group. And that's fine. But how well have they played? Do they deserve to go through in first? Are there matchups competitive enough for them to have a problem? Getting 9 points? Are they easily going to get 9 points? Is there going to be a bump in the road? Where's the bump going to come from? So we kind of look at, let's go straight in. I'm going to look at Argentina last 10.
You can also play your favorite songs.
I don't even waste time, man. I look at recent history first. I always look at recent history first. They just played a game this morning at 4 a.m. and they won 3-0. Quite convincingly. Halftime it was 1-0. Then they scored 2 more goals in the second half. I would say that was easy for them. Same thing with Honduras. It looks like a low-scoring game, but they were convincing. Same thing with Zambia. They put in goals there, but you should realize that sometimes Argentina, they score a goal and they just shut up shop. They don't have to score too many more goals.
Tap the banner to learn more.
What for them, it's more important to get control of the game. They always work that way. For them, it's very important to get control of the game. As soon as they get control of the game, they're happy. Yeah, then you might see some goals. So yeah, in the first half they did get a goal and they felt like they were in control. They got 2 more in the second half. I think that's going to be the system with Algeria. Algeria are a good team. They are a good team. They're not useless, but I don't think they have enough to trouble. Argentina at all. I would say the same thing with Austria, but I'm going to look at Austria's last 10 games and prove to you why I say that. The first thing, yeah, I'll give it a 1-0. Tough Algeria team, tough Algeria victory, but I'll give it a 1-0, I'll give it a 2-1. It's up to you. It's a 2-0. I'm just saying, Algeria are not heavy enough to trouble, in my opinion, Argentina. Because I've seen in the last games, man, Argentina know how to lock up a game. If they get a goal, they'll lock it up. If they concede first, they might draw the game. They might just end up drawing the game. But Algeria don't have enough of an outfit to trouble Argentina, in my opinion. I'm going to look at the second game. We're going into Austria and Jordan. Jordan are lost in my opinion. This group was quite easy to determine. If you're looking at the other groups that were a bit difficult when we talked about them. For me, this group is easy to determine. First, second, and last. I will I'll just give you some thoughts on Austria first. Okay, guys, we did do a deep dive yesterday on the last 3 groups, and 2 days ago we did a deep dive on the first 3 groups. Go check those videos out. I've got all those videos on my YouTube, and also on my YouTube actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna look at the Austria team, right? Tunisia have not impressed me at all. So Austria won 1-0. South Korea are a decent team. They beat South Korea 1-0. They faced Ghana, who on their day can be good, but this wasn't their day. They lost 5-1. But then they lost to Serbia. That's a worry. It's a friendly. Who knows? Who knows what happened? Who knows what happened in that friendly? The other games, they look more like an Austrian team. Draw with Bosnia, draw with Serbia, 2-0 win on Cyprus. Who knows what happened against Romania? The point I'm making is they don't inspire confidence, but they get the job done. You look at these wins, the last 3 games, it's a job done. And people like to put teams first where they make an impression. Austria doesn't make an impression, but they do get the job done. I think we have to look at who they faced. They faced 2 African sides that don't play that well right now, and then an Asian side that does play well, I will say. But then this was this year, so I'm not gonna go further. I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt in a situation here. I'm gonna look at them against Jordan. I'm gonna say they get the job done. Okay, Jordan haven't impressed me. Jordan haven't impressed at all. Jordan haven't impressed at all. So I think they're gonna be lost. I can let you guys see that. I just want to show you guys quickly. Jordan, for me, this is why are they giving me the women? It's not Google, bro. It's just, since AI came, man, it's just giving me Michael Jordan. This guy is he's giving me Michael Jordan now. So Colombia, business done. And that was recent. Switzerland, business done. Nigeria, that's why they're not in the World Cup. Costa Rica, that's not a team to be worried about. Morocco got the business. Somehow Jordan got 2 goals there. Morocco, for a big team like Morocco, they do not leave an impression sometimes. They make a big worry of things, man, if you know what I mean. Egypt and Jordan, how did they beat Egypt in the FIFA Arab Cup? I don't know. Maybe most of Egypt was still playing football in their respective leagues. But at the end of the day, I don't think Jordan inspired any confidence against this. A Nigerian team is not in the World Cup, and then a Colombia team beating you. Switzerland made sure of you. Costa Rica even got some goals against you. I'm not looking at anyone that does anything here in terms of Jordan's progression wise. I'm leaning on Algeria to get the job done. I'll show you why. Algeria, I'll show you why. Even against Austria, I'm leaning on Algeria to get a draw. It'll make it 1-1. They like a low scoring game as well. Austria love a low scoring game. Algeria can be low scoring, but they can also score goals. And then Argentina takes care of business. Hey man, I don't want to make too much possibilities of it. I just want to show you the raw facts. The last 10 games of each team, that's recent history, how they play, okay, and then who I think actually makes more sense to go through in the matchups. I think Argentina takes first. I want to show you why I think Algeria might take second. Do I say second? Oh, no. They tie on points. Austria go through on goal difference. I don't know about that, but I'll show you why Algeria are going through as well. Algeria can go through easy. They might end up second. They beat Netherlands. Not even a week ago. It was about a week ago. They beat Netherlands 1-0. They drew with a good Uruguay outfit, 0-0. They made sure of Guatemala. They lost to Nigeria in the African Cup of Nations, man. It's a tournament, man. It's a lose. Get out of there. But they did take care of Congo. The same Congo that's also in the World Cup. They took care of Congo. For me, in national team, right? I would say Congo for me and Tunisia are the worst teams. In terms of African teams, Congo and Tunisia, and then you get a bit better in terms of possibilities. I think you say Ghana, and then it's more interesting. You say Ivory Coast, and then you say Morocco, and then you say Senegal. And I know I'm missing Egypt, but I'd say Egypt maybe third or fourth, somewhere between Ivory Coast and Ghana is Egypt. But the big teams I was saying yesterday, the big teams are Senegal. Yeah, I would just say Senegal. I was gonna say Morocco, but I'm worried about Morocco. I've seen Morocco just not impress me. But I mean, I like Ghana. Ghana might surprise people, man. In terms of African teams, Ghana might surprise some. I know they have England and I think Panama. I'm not worried about Panama when it comes to Ghana, but we will look back. We will look back at that. What was it forward? Whose group is this? Yes, it is the last group. Let's finish this off. So we did say, looking at this screen, we have put Austria above. Why? Because Austria draw with Algeria, and then they.
Bring the beats with Premium. Download.
Oh no, this hasn't gone on yet.
So
Argentina.
you can dance to high-quality music
Take care of
without
Austria
hearing
1-0.
ads. Mix up your playlist
Alright,
with
so
song
it's
recommendations
still
from
1
Smart
point,
Shuffle,
I've said, because
or take
Jordan
total
beat-
control of your listening with unlimited skips and
Jordan
repeats.
beat.
Experience
Austria
music
beat
without
Jordan,
limits.
and then
Tap the banner to
Austria draws with. Yeah, they all got 4 points. Either way, both these teams are going through because of the amount of goals they can score against Jordan. I think in terms of the 8, we gotta look back. We show us. There we are. We've got 8 there. That's our 8, and I think someone might take that. Scotland might take that 8th place. Algeria might take that 8th place. We still got 2 more groups after this, so who knows who's gonna get that 3rd place? But I think if Algeria score some goals against Jordan, get a draw against Austria, at least a draw, and then they don't even bother against Argentina. They still done the job. I think they still done the job there. I don't know, man. That's my group. Then. Austria next, Algeria. And then we're looking at Group K. We're going to go into Group K. Not much time. I'm just going to go straight in. Group K, we have a simple group here. Portugal, Colombia, Congo, and Uzbekistan. I say simple because Portugal should be winning all their games. They might have a problem against Colombia. Uzbekistan might score a goal, but they should lose. And then Congo, I don't think should take any issues with I don't know about Congo. Congo might surprise people because I just don't have enough. I've never watched even in the African Cup of Nations, they didn't impress me. They didn't impress me, bro. They lost to Chile. Chile are not an outfit I think are impressive. They drew with Denmark. That's a decent result. They beat Jamaica 1-0. They lost to Algeria. They beat Botswana, and then they drew with Senegal. That was a good draw. But drawing with Senegal is actually quite a good result. If they come through with this type of energy, you see they beat Cameroon. You see this is impressive, man. You know, one thing we have to do, man, we have to be honest about what we see. If we see a team that's a big team not doing that well, conceding goals, we have to notice it. Norway concede a lot of goals. Sweden concede goals. I don't think any of those teams are getting clean sheets. But in this fashion here, against Uzbekistan, could they get a 1-0? Maybe. They could get a 1-0 against Uzbekistan. They could get a 1-1. Yeah. They could get a 1-1 against Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan have grit. They do. I saw them against is it Netherlands? I watched them against Netherlands. I watched 60 minutes. they did hold their own. I think Netherlands scored the second goal a little later on, but they did hold their own. I saw that game, and then they lost to Canada, which is weird. That's a worry. Losing to Canada, 0-0, and then winning against teams like Gabon and Uratu, and then China draw. This doesn't inspire confidence to me. This doesn't let me know. I don't know. They beat Egypt. That's good, but this doesn't inspire confidence, man. It doesn't inspire confidence. I don't think there's a team that's going through. I think that even if they end up in third place, Uzbekistan, I don't think they go through. I think Colombia could sneak third place. I think Colombia sneak third place. Sorry, I think Congo sneak third place. Colombia takes second, obviously takes second, and then Congo takes third. Uzbekistan are out. I'll show you how that works here because I haven't done this yet. So I'll show you how it works. Okay, this is my opinion, right? I think it's gonna be 2-0. And I think it's gonna be 1-0 or maybe 2-1. I think it's gonna be 1-1 here. Congo are gonna get a well-deserved draw here, but then Portugal take care of business, and I'm gonna say you get worried somewhere, but it's taking care of business is what I'm talking about. When you just have to make sure that Congo beat Uzbekistan 1-0. This is gonna be important. Let's make it a draw for the sake of the table. But I think they're gonna win personally. And then 1-0 Colombia. Even Colombia could get a draw. Colombia get a lucky draw there. It's still gonna be Portugal in first, Colombia in second, Congo in third, Uzbekistan in fourth. 2 draws, is it enough? No. They are just outside the top 8 for third place. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough if I do it the way I've done it, which is giving Congo a draw against Colombia and giving Congo a draw against Uzbekistan. 2 draws for them, not enough, unfortunately. But that still looks like the type of table that, for me, I'm more confident in. I'm more confident at a table like this. If you want to structure who makes first in your table, who goes second in your table, this, out of all the groups, is the easiest one to predict for me. I don't think Uzbekistan are better than Congo, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Congo show us, as an African team, I hope they show us some good performances, man. All right, guys, we're doing the last group. We are doing the last group. Let me give you guys 30 seconds. About to get the last group done, man. Get the last group done. All right. All right, and this is Group L, the last group that we are looking into. We're looking at matchups. We're looking at who comes third. Okay, because these third places, they do matter. They do matter. Is your African team there, or have they been relegated? Is Canada worth going through? A lot of the first place teams are going to play these guys: Ecuador, Paraguay, Norway, Sweden. In my opinion, Canada, Algeria, South Africa, Cape Verde. You can see how difficult the first group was, man. These last groups are not so difficult for me. I feel like the last few groups, they've made more sense for me in terms of how they're structured. First, second, third. We're going to go into it now. Group L. And the first game here is England and Croatia. England have had enough to show me that they can take care of Croatia. I'm gonna show you Croatia's last 10 games first. Guys, we need to look at recent performances to give at least an idea of the team, just to get an idea. Can they trouble England? Can they? They lost to Belgium just last week. This for me is a worry. They lost to Brazil. Yeah, it's Brazil. Brazil have been shaky, so this is a good result for Brazil. They lost to they beat Colombia. Sorry, that's a good victory. And then they beat Montenegro. We expect that. We expect Faroe Islands to lose. We expect Gibraltar to lose. They drew with Czechia. Are Czechia good enough to draw with Croatia? I don't know. I don't think here. This is the more indication. 5-1. Last year, about the same time last year is what they did. So this is a year's worth of information. There's 10 games here. Croatia for me are dependable. They are dependable. Can they do something against England? I don't know. I think they're gonna lose. I think they might get a draw if they play well. I did watch the Slovenia game. I don't think they have enough up front to trouble a good team, and that's why I think they're gonna get in trouble later on in the competition, because I do think they can qualify. But do they have enough to trouble a good team? No, I don't think so. You know why?
Download and indulge in the tracks you love.
The strikers are not there, man. There's a lot of support. There is. You've got Luka Modric. You've got very good wingers as well, but they don't have enough within the team to trouble a good team. A good team. I mean, a good team like Belgium. That's a worry. Brazil. That's a worry. That's a good indication of where the competition is gonna be in the round of 32, the round of 16. Going out the group, yeah, sure. I think England get a 2-1 victory. It's gonna be a tough game, but I think England win. Ghana, guys, I want to say something, man. I'm half Ghanaian. I'm not even Kimotsan. My dad is Ghanaian, and I need to say this, man. We know how to bottle, man. I don't want to put any pressure on these guys because they have had a lot of restructuring. Ghana has a lot of restructuring. They've tried to keep the structure together, but the coach is different. It's someone you know, as well as like the team behind it, the coaching staff behind it. The main players are still there. There's two main players. Your IU brothers, the Jordan IU is up front, but I don't know if there's enough, man. I don't know if there's enough here. I mean, to draw with Wales is a problem, bro. If you're drawing with Wales, you've got a problem. Losing to Mexico, I don't know. I don't think you should. 2-1 against Germany. I watched this game. I think that was a good performance. Overall, I liked the way they played. So I like how they have a possible way of success. They do have some way of success. Losing 2-1 is noble when there's a good German side in their back pocket as well. Backyard. And then you've got Austria, who showed them, and then South Korea took care of business. Japan took care of business. Those are worries. That's your competition. Japan are a good team. South Korea have been good. But that's the end of last year. Going into the year, they get a goal. They get a goal there. They get a goal against Germany. They get a goal against Austria. They get a goal against Wales. They didn't against Mexico. But against Panama, yeah, I think they can get a goal. I think they get a goal up against Panama, right? I want to show you guys why Panama might do something themselves. Panama have been playing football, man. I don't know if you've been watching, but against Bosnia, they should have won this game, in my opinion. They missed chances. Against Brazil, they got whipped, but they scored 2 goals. Against Dominican Republic, they took care of business. Against South Africa, they took care of business. Against South Africa, they took care of business. Alright, so for me, these guys have enough in their artillery to score a goal. Yeah. They also lost to Mexico, but 1-0. I think they can score a goal. I think they give Ghana a problem. I think for them, Ghana, South Africa, similar teams, but Ghana has more of attacking threat. Honestly, it's going to be interesting to watch South Africa against Mexico being the first game. I think it's going to be a stellar performance, but I think it's going to be a draw, bro. 1-1, a typical draw, because both teams are going to shoot. One is gonna go through. Then they're gonna sit. They both know how to sit. When these guys get a point, they might sit on it. Against Panama, I think this was a perfect example. Panama should have won that game. If they had the mentality, they should have won that game, but they didn't. They couldn't, but they couldn't lose to South Africa. They didn't lose to their South American outfit. What happened? They got draws. They got 1-1. They got that 1-1, and then they beat South Africa the other time. They beat Dominican Republic. See, when they play those people. But if they play good opposition, they're getting their ass whipped, right? They're getting their ass whipped because they concede goals. What does that mean? I think there's goals here. That's what I'm saying. If you want to look for a game with goals, guys, I think there's goals here. Because these teams, they concede goals. These teams are I think Ghana have some structure. But are they going to show it? I think Ghana have more structure than Panama in terms of defensive structure, in terms of how to hold the ball, control a game. I think Panama are more attacking. They can be more attacking than Ghana. I think Ghana is not as attacking as Panama. Panama have a threat to them. When they attack, it looks like they're going to score in some cases. It's also in the way they attack. It's very direct. So that's why I feel like there's goals here. In Ghana leak goals. Unfortunately, they do. Ghana leak goals. Of late. Against Austria, 5. Against Germany, 2. Against Mexico, 2. They leak goals. We gotta be honest about what we're seeing here. Right? We gotta be honest about the last few performances. You can go back go as far back as you want. I like the last 6 games. I like your last 5-6 games. Give me a good indication of how you're playing. Generally, I say there's goals here. Most of these games are over 1.5. You want to say this isn't a 2-1 or 2-2? I think it's a 2-1 situation. 2-1, 2-2, either 2-1 either way. England take care of business with Ghana. Croatia take care of business on Panama. That's an important game for them because they're not going to see another victory because Ghana take care of business. Ghana get the lucky draw here. That's the draw that they fight for. They fight for this draw and they fight for this draw. I don't think Croatia have enough, man. I say that with everything, looking at everything from both teams, looking carefully at both teams and how they play football. I don't think they have enough. They've shown themselves well against decent opposition, against their mates, but against good opposition, nah. I think they draw they get a surprise draw with Ghana. Ghana like Czechia. They'll just bore you to death. It'll be 1-1. It'll be 0-0, 1-1. My opinion, anyway. And then England again take care of business here. That gives me England first, 3 points. 3 wins out of 3. Croatia in second place with a draw and a win. 4 points conceded, 4 goals conceded, 4 goals scored. And Ghana get the lucky loser, third place. Not enough, according to this graph. It's not enough. According to my predictions, Ghana miss out on that top 8 place because they just don't score enough goals here. They just don't score enough goals for me. I don't think so. I think they tried to beat Panama and they falter. That would have been a victory. We might see differently. If this goes 3-2, all of a sudden Ghana get into the top 8 of the third places. But I don't think so. I'm just gonna be honest about how I'm looking at things. That's my last group. That's all of the groups, guys. We've done it. All 12 groups. Look at our third places. It's Ecuador, Paraguay, Norway, Sweden, Canada, Algeria, South Africa, Cape Verde. We've got quite a few African teams there. And some South Americans. It really is made up of them. But yeah, this is my prediction. This is it. We're going to go into the knockout stages because look, the World Cup starting tomorrow. we don't have time to be dilly-dallying. We want to also see who's going to be the champion before it happens. That's why we got this recorded. We ain't even gonna lie about did we say this or did we say that. Nah, I put all my results here, guys. All of them, so you guys can see what it ain't. No, this guy knows what he's talking about. According to this bracket, all right, because this could be any, we could simulate this as many times as you want. All right, just I didn't want to simulate it this way, but how do you get back, man? How do you get back? Let's see. Yeah. So I mean, I just wanted to say, man, like, please don't even tell me what no. At the end of the day, this is how I felt. Okay, so Germany versus Paraguay. We're not gonna take too long with this. We're gonna just go right through it. I think Germany wins 2-1.
Enjoy your music fully when you play
France versus Sweden. I think France wins 3-1.
And listen to them ad-free.
Korea and Bosnia. I don't know why it's.
Tap the banner to learn more.
Korea and Bosnia. I think it ends up 1-1. It ends up 1-1. I don't know why these didn't give me the. How do you reset this?
Can't get enough of your song of the moment? Download and indulge in the tracks you love over and over again with Spotify Premium. Tune in to discover an ad-free music listening experience where you can play your favorites in any order. Tap the banner to learn
I'll just
more.
redo it and then it'll change. I say 1-1, but we'll see. Bosnia on who cares who goes through there, because they're still not going to make it through. They're not going to make it to the round of 32 or the round of 16.
Let your music taste.
Yeah, this is the round of 16. But we'll see. Round of 32, ne? Japan 1, Morocco 1. Colombia and Croatia 1-2-2. 2-2. Spain and Austria 2-1. United States and Canada 2-1. Belgium and South Africa 2-0. Brazil and Netherlands 2-0. Ivory Coast, 2-1. Ivory Coast and Senegal 2-1. 2-1 Senegal. Mexico and Verde 2-0. I don't know how Verde even got here. England 2-0. England 2-1 on Norway. And then Argentina, Uruguay 2-0. Turkey, Egypt 1-1. Switzerland, Algeria 2-1. Algeria, we saw this, guys. We're honest about this, right? We saw that, for me, based on in the recent history, Algeria haven't been just performing. They do know how to play football, though, so they could be the surprise, but I don't see them beating Switzerland, who can get a goal on them. Extra time 2-1 win. Portugal, Ecuador. Portugal take care of Ecuador. Okay. And then round of 16. Round of 16. All right. Like, are we working this? Is this making sense? We'll see if it makes sense at the end of it. We'll see if it makes sense at the end of this. All right. Don't worry about this. Is the simulated numbers. I'm still putting my own numbers, so it could change. I think France are gonna win 2-1. And then Bosnia and Japan, I think take it. Extra time 2-1. Croatia lose 2-1 to Spain. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough, but it doesn't matter. Spain are gonna beat Belgium or United States. This type of bracket anyway. Remember, this is a simulated bracket. It could happen another way, I guess. But like Belgium, we're still hoping that the 4 main teams go to the semifinals, and then from there it's ish. It really depends. So Brazil, Senegal. I think Brazil edge it, bro. I think Brazil edge it. I don't know. There's a resurgence of, I don't know, Martinelli, Endrick. Someone's gonna do some crazy things. They've got a lot of firepower, Brazil. They just have this slowly gelling under Ancelotti. I've been watching every game. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. I think they've got the main three midfielders in together. They've got Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, and Casemiro. So Casemiro is the anchor in that situation, and then they have those two as box-to-box midfielders. And they play. Guimaraes is a brilliant player, guys. You're gonna see a few stars shine. A few guys that really their names are not huge, but people that know, man. Guimaraes has been a good player. I think he's gonna be that guy. I think he's gonna be that guy. You need to make sure that we're talking about the right people here. Senegal have good people too. They have Sadio Mane. I don't think he's old. I don't think he has the same prowess as he did. As does Salah. I don't think those players are the same. It's been some years, guys. Remember that. It's been some years. Mexico, England. Nope. This one is gonna be England. And then Argentina. This one's gonna be Argentina. This one's gonna be Argentina 2-0, right? 2-1. Portugal 2-1. Sharp. We're here at the quarterfinals, right? All right. France, Japan 2-0. I agree. Spain. Oh, we can even say 2-1. I like competitive games. 2-1 to Spain. Yeah. Spain. Sorry, Brazil and England. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. I don't know. It's gonna be a situation where extra time, penalties, someone's gonna cry. I'm of the belief that Brazil win on penalties because they just have the better spot kick takers. But yeah, this thing says it's England. But yeah, when you have a draw like this, I'm not even gonna speculate here because it really could be a coin toss. I just think that also I think this is another close game, but I do think Portugal take it. I've been watching Portugal, I've been watching Argentina. I want to say this, guys. Let me show you guys. I'm going to show you guys. Now that we're here at the semifinals, I want to show you guys, man, because we might as well say who's taking this World Cup and why. Argentina take care of business, bro. Bang, 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 bang. Clean sheets, they clean sheet you as well, except for this Mauritania game. It's weird. But I watched them this morning. Business was taken care of. From 0 to 90. There was no like step off. Enzo Fernandez. These guys have I want to show you. This is a nice thing about this. This is my app, guys. I'm using World Cup Predictor, wcpredictor.app. This app allows you free use of the World Cup bracket. You can change the bracket how you want, customize it. You can make drafts. It also gives you an overview, history, head-to-head squad. It gives you squad information, and then it gives you what the market thinks. This is percentages for what the market thinks. But hey, we know football a bit more than the market does, man. Right. Cool. I want to say something about Argentina. Argentina. They're not even gonna use energy here. They're gonna have it so easy here, and a lot of energy is gonna be preserved. Messi, he will play. He doesn't have to play 90 minutes in any of these games. He really doesn't. He really doesn't need to play 90 minutes in any of these games. You know why? Because Argentina have enough. They have enough. I'm telling you, Julio Alvarez is going to be a star at this World Cup. You're looking for a name, Lautaro Martinez, Julio Alvarez.
Let your music taste shine.
Almadas and Paz are
Post
not
a jam
a
with
joke,
your friends
guys.
and share your
Telling you
favorites.
about players, if you want to talk about insight into some players, these guys are not a joke. Almada, Paz, Lautaro Martinez, Julian Alvarez. Okay, these guys are cold-hearted killers. In the midfield, same thing. You got McAllister, plays for Liverpool. You got Enzo Fernandez, plays for Chelsea. You got Palacios and Lo Celso, who are gifted footballers. They play football. Rodrigo De Paul, who is a blood, sweat, tears type of player. And then Paredes, who takes care of the midfield. Their midfield is so solid, you don't even have to mention the defense. But the defense is solid too. They got all the defenders. All these guys play defense. I would be worried. If you want to know who takes the most yellow cards, you might look in Romero. Romero loves a yellow card, but I don't want to digress, guys. I'm talking about a team that, if you look at the performances, you look at the squad, are these guys going to be in the semifinals? I think they're going to be in the semifinals. Are they going to beat Portugal? Is the question. Are they going to beat England? Argentina beating England. Argentina beating Portugal. Argentina beating Spain? I don't know if it's their World Cup. I don't think it's their World Cup, man. I don't think it's Argentina's World Cup. I think the hungrier teams here. France, in this bracket, France gets it easy, right? France gets it easy into the semifinals. But it could be England that get it easy. It could be Brazil that win this head-to-head. So just take that with a pinch of salt. We don't know. We don't know if it's England or Brazil. But here, for me, it's important. For me, it's important to say Portugal are better than England. Bruno Fernandes against Declan Rice. England have a lot of overhyped players, guys. Just know something about England, man. We love England because we watch English football. But the hype is crazy, bro. The hype is crazy. And I don't think Spain have enough to beat France. France and Spain, they both don't have enough. That's why it's gonna be a toss. It's gonna be a toss, really. It's gonna be a toss. You're conceding against Peru, conceding against Iraq. You're conceding against Turkey. Spain have not been performing well this year. I'm gonna say it. Against Egypt, they couldn't get a goal, but they had most of the possession. Against Peru, they scored, yeah, but they conceded. Guys, just think about the Spanish national team, right? And remember how good they were with Puyol. They should have won. Their football was all right, but nationally they should have won that whole era. You know, when they were doing well in the Euros, but then they dwindled so fast, right? There were big players in midfield that came and left. Xavi had left, and then they also had that attacking midfielder. Now they've got all these new boys. Are these new boys gonna take them to the World Cup? I don't know, man. Have you seen France's squad? Personally, I think France's squad has more. France has a whole 11 that could substitute the first 11. It's kind of like Arsenal's squad, to be honest. But the players are good, bro. Like, all the players are good. They have Kante sitting on the bench, dog. Rabiot, I don't know if he's going to start. Chimeni, I don't know who's going to start in that midfield. Zaire Emery, I don't know who's going to start in that midfield. But then up front, it's even worse, dog. They have Dembele, Doué, Mbappe, what's that guy's name? Barcola. There's guys I don't even know. That Thuram. They have Thuram from Inter Milan. They have so many attacking threats that they could make. How many substitutes are allowed? You're allowed 5 substitutes. They could make 5 striker substitutes, and they still wouldn't run out, bro. I was watching France playing Ivory Coast. They lost that game, but honestly, they were playing with their second team, man. I don't think you guys understand how much France have in them. So if they want to reserve energy for players, they can. You remember how I was talking about leaving Messi out? How Argentina should actually leave Messi out for the first 2. I mean, only for the first couple of games, play him for match fitness. Messi's coming off an injury, right? And you don't want to aggravate it. You don't want to put him too early. You don't want to have him rush an injury that he's now getting back from. So what you want to do, you want to just, put him in slowly. France score goals because they have too much on them, bro. France know how to score goals. I'm going to tell you that right now. Olise scored a hat-trick or something. The game I was watching. Olise is the guy I forgot. I mentioned 8 players. I didn't even mention Olise. They have so many players. And I don't think... And they have a decent defense. I'm not going to lie. If it's Saliba... Saliba's not 100%. He played 45 minutes, so he's fine. But he played 45 minutes in the last game, so he's fine. But they do have other defenders, guys that I can respect. Konate, Yeah, I can respect him, but he does have a mistake on him. I don't know. He just got a new deal in Madrid. It might be something that he can use to make a good performance. But look, France beat Brazil. Big game. They lost to Ivory Coast. They beat Colombia. They beat Northern Ireland. But yeah, they do concede. Be aware. Be aware that against big teams, Colombia there, Ivory Coast there, Northern Ireland there. I was talking about the defense. If it's just Saliba, it's not enough, is it? We know that Saliba can't hold down a whole. You can't hold down a whole nation by yourself, man. In my opinion. But yeah, I think France have enough to beat. I think it's gonna be a beautiful game. Same thing with Portugal. I think Portugal have enough to beat England. It's gonna be close. Extra time, penalties. Who knows? And then we have the final, guys. We have the final. France versus Portugal. France versus Portugal. That's the final. I'm gonna say it's my final because I've done this bracket. I've put the simulation together. Remember that these simulations, they simulate the round of 16s, or based off the positions you've made, they simulate 32. So you don't know who's playing who in certain brackets until a certain stage. So yes, simulations is simulations. Take that with a salt, but I would say it's important to see who are our four best teams. Our four best teams. It's not Germany there. I don't see Germany there. I don't see Argentina there. Who's our four best teams? We see France, we see Portugal, we see Spain, and we see England. It could be in another bracket. It could be Argentina instead of Spain. I can see that happening. I can see Argentina instead of Spain. For who's going to take third place, England or Argentina? England or Argentina are taking third place, in my opinion. England or Argentina or Spain, according to this bracket. Because yeah, obviously Argentina fall in a draw somewhere. They fall, looks like the quarters. Or they lose to Portugal. Shame, it must have been a tough one. But I would swap either Spain or Argentina here. Importantly, I can't put a winner between France and Portugal. I can't. Just too much firepower. Ronaldo, Rafael Leao. I think France are your World Cup winners. On penalties. Everybody wants Ronaldo to win this World Cup. I think Ronaldo loses to France on penalties. Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, Rafael Leao. Then you start getting names that you don't know of. I need you guys to see Portugal's last 10 games. I don't think Portugal are winning the World Cup with this type of attitude. 2-1, 0-0 with Mexico. Yeah, they do business. They lost to Ireland. They shipped 2 against Hungary. They shipped 2 against Hungary twice. I don't think Portugal are winning a World Cup with this type of situation. And France, with the amount of attacking threats France have all the youngins, bro. They have too much firepower, bro. And they have a couple old guys too. So yeah, that's my World Cup predictions, man. That is my World Cup predictions. I'd tap the teams in the order you think they'll finish: first, second, third, fourth, finish. Oh, we did this. We didn't do this. Croatia, Panama, Ghana. That's fine. Let's see what this thing says. I think we have another predictor here. They're gonna take us through it. We're done. Yeah, it's gonna unlock best third for us. Yeah, guys, it's not even gonna be easy, but England might take the semi-final. It might be England and France in the final, but for me, you know how England do, man. They bottle it, bro. You know it. I know it. England bottle it, bro. England in the final, bottle. Portugal in the final, bottle. Spain in the final. Oh, that's That's a good thought, man. That one might be cool. If you put Spain, but the thing is, here in this bracket, Spain play France. So yeah, somebody has to win there. Somebody has to win there. I think France are better than Spain. From what I've seen lately, both teams have something wrong with them. Both teams have issues they need to fix. But there's a lot of attacking power on France's side that if it's now looking to exploit and get goals that matter, I think France have enough. I think France have enough connecting pieces in terms of midfield to attackers.
With Premium, you get to focus on
I'm talking about the Olise, the Doué, the Dembele.
Of millions of songs
Not the main strikers, not the Mbappes and the Thuram's, doesn't matter. I'm talking about the connectors. People
also
who know
play
how to
your
play
favorite songs
football
in
in the
any
middle
order,
third.
with the freedom to skip
When you're
forward,
now
backward,
moving the
as
ball
much as
forward
you'd like.
and you have to make
Your
something
audio,
creative to score a
your
goal,
control.
there's a few players out there in the
Advantage
World
over
Cup right now. Or in world football right now. I'm telling you right now, there's a few of them. Spain have like 2 or 3 of them. Ferran Torres. I can show you guys who these people are, bro. Let's look at this. Oh no, I have to finish
Explore
this.
new ways to tune into your music with Spotify Premium.
I have to
Smart
finish
Shuffle
this,
adds
though.
recommendations into your playlist to show you new
This is
sounds.
the
Or you can make music
the
a shared
third place
experience
teams that I
when you
think will
host a
go
jam,
through
where
in
you and
terms
your
of
friends
like
can
goal
add
difference,
songs and listen in
points.
together. Tap the
Norway
banner
for
to learn
sure.
more.
Scotland, Paraguay, Ecuador, Sweden. This Czechia group is tough. Czechia, South Korea, South Africa, and Mexico. I don't know. I think they get goals. It's a lot of draws. More than Iran. No, Iran out. Cape Verde out. Congo, Panama. Maybe. Let's put Czechia in there. Let's go. Advance. Oh, so in this bracket, we've got Germany going through. We've got France here. In this bracket, I have Korea and Morocco. Let's give it to the Africans. I don't think they're gonna go past a lot though. Croatia, Colombia. Either way, I think it's 1-1, 2-2. Spain, Norway, Belgium. On the other side, Brazil 2-1. Senegal 2-1. I remember this. No, it's not the same. 1-0 or 2-0, 2-1. England through, Argentina through. It's not gonna be easy, but extra time. Ecuador through. Portugal go again on Ecuador. Argentina over Egypt. England over Mexico. Brazil, Senegal. Oof. Yo, the way Brazil lost to Ivory Coast is worrying, bro. Hot thing. Not Brazil. Brazil have been decent, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Brazil have a small shout. I don't think they're a top 5 team. I think they're 5 or 6. But when in Brazil, I think they've gotten worse over some years. But it's Brazil. It's still Brazil. It's still the same players in the way that you understand Brazil teams. So yeah, I think they're gonna go into the quarterfinals, semifinals. But after that, it gets worrying, man. After that, it gets sticky. Like you're scraping against Egypt, bro. Scraping against Egypt. It was a tough victory, man. I watched this game. Why isn't it letting me see the rest? I watched this game. I did watch them against Panama, the 6-2. I watched that as well. I didn't watch against Croatia. Nope. But I'm happy to see results like this. Now my problem is we're looking at the competition. When the competition gets to the quarterfinals, semifinals, against France, you lost. Against Senegal, we saw this game. Here it is. I was wondering if I saw this game before. But they lost to Japan end of last year. Remember, guys. Remember this. Remember, teams, we're not going to fabricate anything, man. Just because it's a name we all know. Because it's Brazil. We're going to be like, yay. Watch out. There are teams that are going to shock you, bro. Good. Because right now, every team's defense is frail. There's no team with really good defenders. Brazil are lucky they have Gabriel. They are so lucky, bruh. Because Marquinhos is waning. He's not the same Marquinhos. I'm going to be honest. Marquinhos was making bad passes He was giving the ball away. The reason they conceded against Egypt was a bad pass from Marquinhos. I'm gonna let you guys know Brazil concede goals. They conceded 2 against Panama. They conceded 1 against Croatia, 1 against Egypt. They conceded 2 against France, 1 against Tunisia. Is there a game here where they didn't concede? Yeah, Senegal last year. Every game this year, they conceded a goal. Be aware of that, man. When you see big team versus another team, just think about it. Think about it, like Brazil versus Senegal. Senegal might go through, guys. Hey, you didn't see Senegal play football in the World Cup, in the African Cup of Nations, guys. Did you watch Senegal in the African Cup of Nations? Those guys got robbed by Morocco. They got robbed. That game is Senegal's game too. I saw that game. Senegal take care of business. It's not something that looks impressive, but the AFCON final, we don't believe this result is true. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But everything else here, they took care of business. They just took care of business, guys. We're looking for teams. The teams that go through are the teams that take care of business over the last year. This is a year's results, 10 games. I like looking at 10 games because it gives me enough data, but it's also small enough to make sense of it. If they need to get a clean sheet, they'll get a clean sheet. If they need to beat a team, they'll beat a team. I want a team that knows how to take care of business. Alright? Especially from an African team. There are a lot of African teams. The reason why, like Ghana, even when they had the quarterfinal, semi-final run, at the moment where they easily should have taken care against Uruguay, bro. Uruguay had some good players, but that's a team. If you can take care of business, you can beat that team. After watching so many World Cups, I'm old, guys, but after watching so many national games, I know exactly what I'm talking about, man. France and Germany, this is gonna be a tough game, man. But like I said, I think France have enough to take care of business. Morocco, Korea, also gonna be tough. Extra time, any of these teams can win. Extra time, no, this one is Spain, this one is Belgium for me. Belgium are better than Norway. Guys, you know why? Norway are conceding so many goals. I'm so worried for them, bro. I think they have so much firepower in their midfield and their attack. But Norway are very easy on conceding goals. They know, it's like they don't play football, man. When a team gives away goals, it's kind of like, why are you playing football, bro? Because really good teams, they don't concede goals. Look at Arsenal, bro. That's why we've been consistent the last 5 years. Because Arsenal don't just concede goals, bro. If you're gonna score against Arsenal, you're doing well for yourself, man. It doesn't matter whether you're PSG or you're whoever. Because we don't play around like with the football. Well, football is ours. We're gonna get it. If you have it, we're gonna get it. We don't play around with it. Rather that, and then we score 1-0 with a penalty or a corner. It doesn't matter. Rather that. Because a team like Belgium is not going to take care of a team like Spain. A team like Norway is not going to take care of a team like Belgium. Because they don't know how to take care of business. England, when it comes to these stages, they don't know how to take care of business. They just know how to draw. One of the teams, I don't know if you guys can see this thing clearly. Hold on. Teams that just know how to draw. We don't like teams that just know how to draw. But that's not Arsenal. Don't get it twisted. You don't know football. The difference between Arsenal and a team that knows how to draw is like Chelsea with Mourinho. Once you get a goal, why do you need to do anything? Once you have a goal, the ball is mine. Why do we need to do more and give away position, attack too much, give away our positions? When you set up position, it means it's ours. The structure is ours, dog. We can do what we want with it. Can do what we want. When we want, we can attack. When we want, we'll pass it back. When we want, we'll keep the ball. That's why I like a team like Arsenal. That means you have good defenders who play from the back. Belgium, Spain. Spain is a team that knows how to play. Morocco, these are teams that know how to play from the back. You know, generally, I'm telling you about football. Generally, that's what it's about right now. In this era of football, it's not all about attacking. They just want a team with structure that knows how to play from the back. Okay. Emma. So I'm just gonna finish this before talking too much. Brazil goes through against Senegal.
Play the music
Portugal,
the moment
Argentina,
is
it's going to
calling
be
for,
tough. I think
whether it's
extra
turning
time
up the
there.
party or winding down to
I think
relax
extra
in the
time
evening.
on
Curate
Spain
your
and
day's
Belgium
soundtrack
as
with
well.
ad-free music listening and
I think
offline
Belgium are a
downloads
decent
on
outfit, but
Spotify Premium.
they don't have enough.
Tap the banner to learn more.
Against France, this is going to be tough for the semifinals. It's still the same situation in my opinion. Brazil versus England, both of those teams, akerat. But I
Can't get
think
enough
England
of your
have enough
song of the moment?
solidity.
Download and indulge in the tracks you love over and over again with
I think they're more of a
Premium.
solid outfit.
Tune in to discover an ad-free
This is not
music listening
impressive.
experience
1-0,
where you can play your
1-0,
favorites in any
2-0,
order.
1-0.
Tap the banner to learn more.
It's not impressive, man. It's not impressive. It's not impressive. A team like Brazil can just. A team like Spain can just. They can make a game very, very cagey, very fast. One goal, two goals. You're like, I'm 2-0 down already. That's what Brazil can do to you. But against Portugal, I think there's more structure. I think Bruno Fernandes does something here. This is going to be a sick game. If it happens this way, I'm still impressed. I ended up with the same 4 teams, chat. Spain, Portugal, France. I did say England. So England was the difference. In the first bracket, I said England. I get it. Spain, Portugal, France, England. Yeah. So I said England in that bracket. In this bracket, there's no England. But same result. I still think France beats Spain. And I still think Portugal beats Brazil or England. And I still think Brazil could go to the final. Brazil could go to the final. The final could be Brazil versus Portugal. The final could be Brazil versus Spain. The final could be, according to bracket, right? This is just another bracket, guys. Remember how the matchup set. And a lot of these games, I think, are going to end up 1-1 or 2-2. I think Portugal and Brazil is going to end up 2-2. I think France and Spain is going to end up 2-1 or 2-2. But France win it on penalties. I don't know why I think France are going to beat Portugal, man. But that's my final. Again, here it's England. But still, same situation. Portugal are going to get some silverware. I don't know if Portugal are going to get first, second, or third. But it's Portugal's time to get something. I just don't know if they're going to win it. I think France are going to win it. I think France they have more talent, guys. I think France have more talent. I'm going to share this. I'm going to just download it, actually. And then I'm just going to go back to the brackets. So yeah, this website is WC Predicted, wcpredicted.com. Oh, sorry, .app. wcpredicted.app. You can do your own brackets, your own simulations, and that all works, man. It all works for you. I'm just gonna download these. Full bracket, why not? Just download them all. And it allows you to make many simulations. I'm gonna send this to I've got a group. It's called Holy Trinity Licks. Please follow it. Holy Trinity Licks on Facebook. It's just where I put predictions and previews for football, tennis, and basketball. Those are the sports I follow, bro. Those are the sports I follow. So yeah, if you want to follow this channel, follow the group, follow Holy Trinity Licks. I'm all over Twitter with that hashtag. You'll see my handle from that hashtag. But that's when you see Holy Trinity Licks, it's a focus on those 3 sports. It's football, basketball, and tennis. I really don't watch anything else, so I'm not gonna put information on things I don't know about. Simple as that, man. I just talk about what I know. I watch a lot of football. I watch a lot of tennis. I play football and tennis. Is why it's not just that I watch them, but that's what I do. So I'm talking about it, man. Talk about what you do, bro. That's simple as that, you know. I'm gonna send this link to my group on Facebook, Holy Trinity Licks. I started it yesterday, Holy Trinity Licks. But I will also hashtag it here, man. Why not? Why not? On my profile on if you guys want to see through the World Cup, I'm going to be talking World Cup stuff. If you want to see all of that, please follow my channel. Follow this channel. I do video games. I do random streams as well. Random conversations about people, about events, about stuff. But I do a lot of video games. I've been doing that on Twitch. I don't do Twitch as much as I should anymore. So I'm doing TikTok. Other content, we're doing other content. So TikTok is my African followers. I'm trying to grow my African audience. So if you're anywhere in Africa, bro, if you're in Botswana, I hope you, if you're Botswana, hella, follow hella. That one, I don't even want to negotiate. If we go Botswana, just a straight follow. If you're in South Africa, you better follow, man. I can't be living in the country. I was living in your country for 5 years. Follow. Even right, it's Tswana. I know, go South Africa, there's guys that speak Tswana. You guys don't even know. You think, what do you think it's like? No, South Africa is only Zulus, and man, there's so many Tswanas. It actually feels more Tswana than Botswana. Sometimes it depends on where I am, and I'm like, these niggas, hey, but they like to roll the R's, but One of Botswana go South Africa, but the R's are serious, man. Those R's are serious. Man, if Botswana ka follow, like just drop a follow, drop a like on the channel, and then I'll be back with some games later. Thank you guys. Hey man, I appreciate you guys watching. This is all good content for the World Cup, man. World Cup predictions. I say France take it. It could be any of these four. These are my top four. Semi-finals and finals. And in this other bracket, I have Brazil in my top four, but it's the same other teams. Instead of England, it's Brazil. It could be Brazil as a fifth. So my top five are France, England, Spain, Portugal, Brazil. Those are my top five teams in the World Cup. How they end up, Harit. According to this one, France win. I am happy with that result. Could be Portugal, could be France. I don't think England win the World Cup. I don't think England are winning the World Cup personally. I don't think Argentina are winning the World Cup. I don't think England, I don't think Argentina, and I don't think Brazil are gonna win. Brazil might shock me. I want Brazil to win this World Cup. You know why? Because nobody is respecting them anymore. No respect on Brazil's name. But they have Bruno Guimaraes, man. Oh my goodness, man. If there's a player lately that I've seen that I want to see more from the guy, bro. Like, that guy is so special, bro. Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle guy. I wish I supported Newcastle because that guy is ridiculous, man. He can do everything, bro. He's like Declan Rice. He's like Declan Rice. You know, if we have a midfield of Guimaraes and anybody else, it's the best midfield in world football. I just hope so. I hope you guys understand that, man. But anyway, man, I'm done. It's been an hour stream, W1R, W stream. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with the video games later. Peace out, man. Please follow this channel so I can grow it. Let me grow